Sweet. Okay, all right. I believe we are live on YouTube. What is up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. It is another Monday night, which means it is time for another edition of our stay-at-home open mic night. It goes by many names. Also, the late mic for many. But we do have people joining us today. We have people joining us from El Paso, Texas, and beyond, from all over the country, all over the world. And as always, we're going to share our art, stuff we're working on. We have writers galore, poets, writers, storytellers, dream makers, all sorts of people. My name is Rich. I'm going to be your host, as always, representing the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. And what can I say? I do want to thank everyone who comes in, week out, and does this and is part of this event, and also everyone who tunes in, because we do have people who tune in throughout the week, not only live but just throughout the week, just jumps in and supports, and really it's nothing without support, honestly. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and just kick it off. Just, I guess, maybe a quick reminder. The way we do it here is that we do have a sign up sheet. We put it out the weekend before the show where people can sign up, fill in all their info. And then that's when I call you up. Of course, everyone is more than welcome to share 2 to 3 pieces, or anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes. It's up to you. You don't have to do that many either if you're used to working tight, short sets. We also do welcome the cover poems. If you want to pay tribute to any other writer, you're more than welcome to include that in your set. And as always, promote yourself. I'm definitely going to ask you guys to share your social media, your websites, or places where we can find your publications. Go in and support your work, or if you have a YouTube channel. Or if you have a track that's out that you can support, or a podcast, definitely this is the kind of the place to do it, and the space to do it. So, all right, without further ado, I think let's go ahead and kick it off. We're going to kick things off as we do in New York City, where we're going to tune in with the leader of the Beanie Mafia. We got Deadpan Lizzie in the house joining us from NYC. What is up, Deadpan? Lizzie in the house.
Hello. Happy Monday. Good to see you as always, Richie, and thank you for letting me open. I'm going to read one poem tonight. It is called Shalom. Peace, harmony, wholeness, completeness, prosperity, welfare, tranquility, safety, hello, goodbye, and so much more. A word that welcomed me into this world with open arms, that beautifully showcases my religion and culture, my people. I never tire of hearing it. It floats along the Mediterranean and Red Seas, bringing life back from the dead, from the north all the way to Jerusalem and the Holy Wall, our wall. The way it rolls off my tongue is as delicious as shawarma. It is not a word that isolates anyone. It is how we welcome in our day of rest each week. It embraces who I am. It will guide me for eternity. Shalom. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Cool. That was, again, short and sweet. Do you want to, plug your website or your stuff? What you have online right now?
Yes. You can always find me on Instagram, ES_Strauss, where my link tree is. This week, I'm actually going to be a guest artist with Inspired Word NYC Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's an open mic, so I'm excited to spit my poetry with that organization, and I'll be hosting some other poetry open mics this month and in September, and of course real estate, theater, golf, everything else I do. You can find me at ES_Strauss on Instagram. Thank you so much.
All right, sweet. Thank you so much. And Lizzie is always there to sign up first on the sheet. Most of the time I don't even have to move you up there, because you're just there ready, like wanting to go and perform, and I love it. It's a great way to start the show. So we're getting ready to start the school semester here at least here in El Paso, and I know probably all around. So I know we'll also get a bunch of students that are going to start tuning into these streams as well, because not just myself, but a lot of my colleagues like to promote the open mic, and so you'll be getting a lot of new listeners pretty soon, and I'm always excited about that. All right, so in fact, let's see who we got up next. Okay, oh, awesome. Second today, and I believe celebrating just off of birthday weekend. We can still say it's belated birthday time. Let's go ahead and make some noise and welcome our next performer from Denver. Let's go and welcome Mike Sindler. What's up, man?
Hello. If I could share screen, that would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm going to start this one, see if it works. There we go. And this, we were just in an open mic where we were doing a bunch of stuff about words. So I thought I'd do some stuff about images instead. And this first one I did a long time ago from a prompt that's 3 parts, where the first third is about the actual piece itself, just straight out. The second is about the artist. And the third part is my experience of the art. So this is the large glass, which is probably the piece of art that is most important to me, actually. And so 2 sheets of glass held in a frame, towering over 9 feet tall, both seen and seen through, there but not there, a stoppage in time, a stage for a drama, laboratory, prison, vehicle, capped by a cinematic blossoming, lines of fuse wire, bits of lead foil, accumulated dust, shellac and oil paint cracked to perfection, providing indeterminacy. This mechanical bride, timid apparatus, secreting the lubricant, burning the illuminating gas, slowly stripping, enticing the hollow men below. Time turning within still glass, sliding on the water wheel, desperately trying to sail their prize through the chocolate grinder and shoot them through the witness into the chamber above. Their shots so far have missed the mark. Part 2. For years he plans, makes notes and experiments, every work a study for what is to come, slowly working towards fruition, always calm, always jesting, always ambivalent. One could easily mistake his system for inaction. One could easily mistake his genius for a joke. And in the end, as is his method, he leaves it consummately unfinished, a world unto itself, an enigma for the ages, a perfect game of chess with no checkmate, taking art beyond the visual, all else sense looks through his glass. And part 3. A random book drawn from a library shelf, biography of an unknown artist, casually selected, a tool to fill time, destiny determined by chance, expecting amusement, receiving enlightenment, forsaking all that came before, gathering wits to comprehend what's presented, head first into a world beyond logic. I am transformed, transfixed, just by the concept of the bride and bachelor's key turning into locked cabinet of imagination. Learning art is more than what I thought. Marcel, your glass is what made things clear. And I'm going to do another screen share here. And this one is a piece by a friend of mine who's a great artist who's very much inspired by Dadaist, and he worked with the Fluxus artists and various other stuff. But he's a really interesting guy, and this is a piece about him, and it's called The Enabler of Transformation for Robert Saunders. He picks up lost items from the streets, gloves flattened by traffic, left to weather, small glimmering objects and cast off remains, baubles and trinkets, marbles and machinery, strange things lost among the scenery. nothing the average eye would recognize as treasures. Much like the magpie or the bowerbird, he ferrets about collecting, then brings his finds back to his nest. At home, he arranges, stacking glove upon glove in patterns of color, thickness, and texture, forming pyramids or grids or circles of glass and metal, stone and bone, ribbons of rubber thread woven like baskets, all transformed into concrete poems. Were these materials meant to find this fate? Did mechanisms of magic bring them into his path to undergo alchemical rebirth? Did they wait their time, knowing he would pluck them from asphalt, concrete, or bare earth? Did they sing across distances to each other, knowing somehow, sometime, somewhere, they would come together? Did they know that only this artist and collector could give meaning to their new connection, that only he could create new life transubstantiated from the world's rejected, lost, and unloved scraps, its underrated artifacts? Is it possible that they could guess that he alone could make the world a place a little more poetic, more infused with an aesthetic understanding by his handling and rearranging and renaming of the simplest elements with respect and love and the gift of balance? The question remains among the evidence. And I will put on the hat. And this one is probably the one of, if not the best known piece by the great Don Van Vliet, otherwise known as Captain Beefheart. Master, this is recorded through a fly's ear, and you got to have a fly's eye to see it. It's the one that's going to make Captain Beefheart and his magic band fat. Frank, it's the big hit. It's the blimp. It's the blimp, Frank. It's the blimp. When I see you floating down the gutter, I'll give you a bottle of wine. Put me on the white hook back in the fat rack, shadracky shack. The something hoop, the something hoop, the blimp, the blimp. The Drazy hoops, the Drazy hoops. They're camp, tits, the blimp, the blimp. The mothership, the brothers hid under the hood. The blimp. Children, stop your nursing unless you're rendering fun. The mothership's the one. The blimp, the tapes, the trip. It's a trailing tail. It's traipsing along behind the blimp. The nose has a grip. The nose is the blimp. It blows the air. The snoot there. Look up in the sky, there's a dirigible there. The Drazy hoops were, you can see them just as they were. All the people stir, and the girls' knees trembles and run and wave their hands and run their hands over the blimp. Daughter, don't you dare. Oh, mama, who cares? It's the blimp. Thank you very much.
Wow, man.
Sindler.
That characterization, man. Awesome. Cool, man. As always, what do you have coming up that you like to promote? I know you always love the
as always, lighthousewriters.org. New classes are starting. There's some that are in person, but still lots of classes that are online. There's a lot of really interesting events, a lot of free stuff going on right now. There's actually the writing in color retreat, which is normally something you have to pay for, and everybody goes and stays in a place, but this is virtual and it's free. So there's stuff going on all week. I think we're already in the middle of it, so go check that out. It's a really good opportunity. So thank y'all very much.
Awesome, man. Thank you for your presence again on a Monday night, and again, happy belated birthday. Feel free, guys, to wish him a birthday there in the chat as well. Yeah, man. Hope it was a good one. Cool. All right. So let's see. It's virtual and it's free, but not virtually free. Yeah. We'll work that one out, Nico. Okay. So next up, we have a name that we all love, and we haven't seen it in a while, at least at this open mic. But it's always great when he can make it in. I know he is currently doing some traveling, making some big moves. He does have his book out now. I'm patiently waiting for it to arrive in the mail. But we have from Boston, joining us in Boston, Massachusetts today. We have Mr. Matthew Marroquin. Maddie, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's good.
Yeah, I'm in Boston. Surprised that your book hasn't come yet. Wow. I guess it's like 2 to 9 days, which is a really big range. So, a lot of books are arriving though, so yours should be there very, very soon. All right. It's been hard to like write any coherent poetries over this last month. They're all scribbles on notepad. So I'm gonna read an older one. By older, I mean wrote it earlier this month, like Paul's thingy. Whatchamacallit. This all froze on me. Okay. Yeah. You all know what did that thing. And then another one I wrote like recently. Okay, this first one's We Soar. Paul thingy was a thing, yeah. Okay. We Soar. Dizzy dancing in tropical storm Elsa, ice queen type fire style, looking blazing across the clouds, riding that silver lining like Poseidon's Arion, across the skies, across the seas, across the rain, from drop to drop until we all drop, hid bodies hitting the floor, sliding down from the sky of sun, dogging, rough housing, full blasting, 69 music, Joni Mitchell listening, trees are swinging, ashes, ashes, we all fall down, 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 like Joshua with the walls of Jericho flowing downstream like Wolverine's body continuously drowning, but never dying, regenerating again and again and again. And pop goes the weasel out of muddy ground as the sun rises up, flying high, anti-Icarus sing, no melting here, no fear here, no beer here, but don't tell Thor that, or you'll be thundered down, shocking discovery until you find the life within the poisoning of body, final twirl, and the song ends with love and friendship and sadness and hope and raining eyes that go upwards towards the sky until we all fly with our hearts in our eyes. That's the first one. You can tell I try to do it in Paul's style, just for the heck of it. This second one, a lot shorter. I'm trying to make it bigger so I can actually read it. All right. Okay. Okay. This one is called Pool for Fairies. I enjoy seeing them laugh and smile and play together, having fun and full of life. They play tiny pool, and the pool of emotions fill the air with delirious laughter and floating hearts. I stay silent, just watching, happy to be in the presence of happiness itself. On my right is my heart, and to my left, a new string. Life goes on and we will part, but our bonds will stay strong. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Make some noise for Matthew. Yeah.
That was great. Thanks for that tribute.
Gracias, gracias. I did, yeah, for your thing.
This is my thing. My
Oh
thing.
my god.
He did something, I forget. It's supposedly.
Workshop, but it's we can call it a thing.
He did a thing, yeah. See a thing. A thing.
a thing,
That was a good workshop. You guys can go back on the Neo YouTube. Definitely just go through it. A lot of good stuff comes out of it.
Right on. Hell yeah. Hey man, it's good to have you on here. I know you've been doing some traveling, you've been doing like workshops, camps, and all that. Anything you'd like to promote right now?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So my book, Guanaco Binge, is out now. If you're on the East Coast, in the Jersey, New York area, try to get it from me by going to some events. I'll be in the area, so like just hit me up, find me, and I'll have my books on me. If you're not though, you can find me on Instagram, vida_Marroquin, which is my last name, or you can just look up my last name right there on Facebook, send me a DM, or you can either click the link in my bios and do it that way because my pre-order link still works, or you can just message me. We can skip the third parties. Just give me an address, some Cash App, Zelle, whatever you want, and I'll send it right to you. All right? I'll put everything in the chat.
Perfect. Wonderful. That's all you got to do, man. Hell yeah. And I'll also put that on YouTube. I forgot to mention that we are live on YouTube. Not doing as good of a job this time interacting and promoting it, so I got to share that still. But again, we'll have people throughout the week tune in, even if they're not live. Thank you, Matthew. Awesome stuff, man. We're gonna go from Boston today to Boogie Down Bronx, where we have an artist of many names. So we have La Tormenta back up on the mic. Welcome back. What's up?
I just signed up. How am I next? Okay, I'm great. I'm excited to see Maddie. I totally feel like I was being put on the spot. I was expecting to go on like an hour, but this is great. Gallery view, because that's gonna freak me out. Okay. I just spit this at the New York. I'm gonna spit it again. I should probably read more shit, but whatever. My favorite word is the girl with the smile, because that's the same girl that lives in your fucking mouth. Your intuition must have missed a digit. Your spidey senses never met a bitch like me. I am woman and not white, but I am. Since Abuelita's skin color is cotton colonizer white, she still fights like the holiest of hells to bleach the black blood out of me. This black fury is rooted in her mastery, is rooted in her master's offspring. Catastrophes turned into miracles still make for bitter material, over-announcing place in the home of things. Since home is where I never had a voice until I burned shit down to be noticed, a tortoise without shell, forced to yell for attention, for connection, for intimacy, for into me I see, for I see into a home with no owner. The only life that you could save isn't even your own, so there's no way it could ever be mine. Time is a sandcastle begging for more structure, for more structure, for more structure, more definition, more recognition, that you could never save me, never be the reason I sharpen my bravery. This poem is the biggest lie I've told today, but the night is still early. Dark though it is, my heart, my brain, borderline insane, borderline personalities, disordering into wild rides to states that aren't mine. I told you after I was done crying, a spirit tainted is a soul fainted into primer that sets for painted, grotesque geography, a view off of me. Thank you. Oh, and I know you're going to probably ask me where to find me, so you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Medium, Amanda Ashley Villanueva. I'll put it in the chat, but I feel like everyone here knows each other because we family. But I love you. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't mean to pull that fast one. I was like, you're always going kind of late. Let me bump you up a little bit today. Also, and I know East Coast trying to get it gets late. It gets late. I know. So yeah. Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate it. Yes. Awesome. Good stuff. In fact, yeah, we're gonna stick around East Coast because next up we're gonna go to Maine where we have Mr. Generalissimo up next, gonna do his thing as he does. Welcome. It's good to see you. Where are you? Let's make sure you're here. Okay, there you are. Let's get you on here. What's up? How you doing today?
Well, I'm inundated by patty pan squashes, as you can see. That's the squashes behind me. I'm trying today. I had a rough couple of days yesterday and today, and but anyways, I'm gonna first do a haiku, Incendio de Voz. I set a haiku on fire by biting my tongue and burnt my mouth down. And this poem that I've been altering for the past week or so called Sandbox. You raked me over the coals, raked my soul over the coals, like those who think they can walk over hot coals without burning the soles of their feet. I learned my lesson. You let me believe our love existed in a Zen garden of silky white Gulf of Mexico sand. Love sand sifted through my toes as I ambled aimlessly through it. I felt a warm sensation. Our Zen garden was a sandbox filled with ultra-hot, long-lasting charcoal covered with a layer of sand just thick enough to hide the glowing red coals of your deception. Learned that I preferred long, soft, passionate kisses to sloppy kisses with an overzealous tongue. You always welcomed me by tracing your index finger from my left shoulder to my wrist, then kissing my cheek as you intertwined your fingers with mine, and whispering "Good morning, sunshine" into my ear. Claimed the touch of your naked body against my back while I slept, revved up my rapid eye movement to dangerous speeds. You studied architecture at the University of Facades. You surrounded a shotgun shack with 3 columns and called it Parthenon. You planted dahlias in desert rock gardens suitable only for cacti. You made a mint teaching farmers' wives how to put lipstick on pigs. In the end, and most likely from the beginning, every word you uttered and every move you made was teaching me to lipstick myself up like baby Jane. Every time I find myself at a beach, I wear hiking boots. For fear the sand might be laced with shards of deception. And then one more piece, which is brand new that I wrote today. How to turn
New
your
shit.
home. It's quite new shit. It's a bit stinky. Thank you very much. There's all new shit is stinky things. How to turn your home into an indoor amusement park. When dizzy happens, you might sit or lie down to stop the room from spinning. But when life continues to spin out of control, everything that seems to be on a forward trajectory can act as a doorstop for everything else. Your overwhelmness becomes a tumor hidden beneath your skin no one knows about unless they touch you. But you successfully block touch by allowing unlimited excessive Reiki while denying fingertip access with a level of deftness that has them avowing how smooth your skin is. The fog released from the breath of your words is a barrier that blocks their sense of touch from knowing it has not achieved touching. You can be as disoriented as possible while tricking the world your life is a perfect 10 balance beam routine because the gymnast on the beam is a hired ringer with your face temporarily tattooed to theirs. Every room in your house is a different dizzying ride, playground roundabout, spinning teacups to the world, G-Force astronaut training capsule. You think if you practice enough, you'll become dizzy tolerant. But when you're punch drunk dizzy more often than not, your tolerance is only visible in the funhouse mirror you use while trying to shave away yesterday's bad decisions every new day in which you find yourself existing. Process.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. Generalissimo. Guys, clap it up, snap it up, make some noise. Go wild on your little Zoom screens for that. Hell yeah. And Generalissimo, what's up, man? So let's say again, if people are tuning in and seeing you for the first time, how can they find you online?
Oh, yes. I have it right here, I think. Full coffee in chat right now. And next Monday is my next Cafe Generalissimo, and it is in there. I think the codes are correct because Marissa told me they were going to be the same, but she wasn't quite sure, so we'll see. But if they'll be corrected on an event page originally. So that's everything. Also on the 29th, I will be doing Pandora's Box, 29th of August. So thank you very much.
All right, appreciate that. I love it. And you also got all that info right there. Very cool. Thank you. It's the GNRLSMO we just move it slow. All right, awesome, man, awesome. Uh, that was me trying to Biggie, but let's see. Okay, so I did adjust the list a little bit right now. So looking what I have right now, we're gonna go to the land of beer and cheese. Wow, what a magical sounding place. Where we have Nathaniel Beck is gonna share a little bit with us. As always, Nathaniel's been just killing it up here on stage. So it's always great to have you, man. What is up, Nathaniel?
Yo, what's going on? I thought I would just change it up a little bit and make it a little bit funner than just, saying nice old Wisconsin or whatever. So, but yeah, as far as things that are going on, just still, talking about my book that was released in June, Atrophy of the Boy Who Became a Wishing Well. So definitely be sure to check that out at 3 Mile Harbor Press, or message me directly, and you can get a signed copy then, and then also, like, I have like nice little stickers and things like that. It's a cool little cover, looks like this. It's great. And yeah, I'm gonna do a couple poems for you guys this evening, if that's cool. For some of you, you may have already heard this. For the ones that haven't, I hope you enjoy. It is something that I'm still working on, but it's something that I care deeply about. So this is titled Hemolysis. It is June, and the sun has yet to sever the dust that has collected all winter. The air stale of hibernation, some things have been trapped in even longer. The summer has yet to cling to our skin more than the words, and I am home, or here, much less a residence as a void I have returned to exist in, and we are family or blood, much less a reunion as an argument I have never left. And this is hemolysis, or rejection, much less of the body as a trial for all that holds it. And the bigot is to the burning cross as God is to religion. A father, a belief, a creator, and the father is a lapping fanged jowl of history to the daughter-in-law. The father's speech, one drop rule of a welcome toast, and the belief is of him, the creator, the mother, the brother. He will question, what is family born, red artery, bleached water, sun, a parceled delusion of speech, cut and wrangled teeth. The father's broken erasure in 7 parts. 1. I, the family, talk freely. 2. Don't want black woman. 3. Love your dog children. 4. N-word. 5. N-word. 6. N-word. 7. I thought you were family. I'm sorry if I was wrong. I welcomed you into this house, God of this room and all it holds. Do you dare use my air and dirty it with all this soil? And the son is to the father, the boy, shamed, dirty hand, mud, water, lover, or all that his father could never be. A man, brave palmed clay maker of love, effigy of open chest beating, tension, muscle strained and thriving. Do you see the fight I make of my heart, curator of these lungs and all they ask? Question. Who gives you the right to speak like you are not owned by this blood, like our grace is not something you mistake for family, when the only thing you have ever fathered is pain? How much will you give of your blood before you call them family? O God of this now empty room, crown barbed tongue alone, maker of dust and keeper of air, who will come tuck you into the ground when I am gone? Who gave you the audacity of words to own everything you have said, to speak of my family like you are a part of it? If we are of the same kind, then let me be of another. If we are family, let it be of the lie. If we are blood, let it be of the kind you spill and leave behind, or that of hemolysis, a form of removal where our bodies can no longer cohabitate. Let this be the beginning of becoming, of healing, of love. And if loving can win against Virginia, what makes you think you are any better to demand of me who I love? So I will love and continue to love till death, till dust, till all that remains is family. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So another thing that like I've really like dealt with a lot is I guess the forms of masculinity that like I guess we are formed by, and how that changes us. And so this is from the book Atrophy of the Boy Who Became a Wishing Well. And this is called The Boy, the Blade, the Word. Back when the world was still as young as I was, and the clouds still spoke in riddles, we would lay in the grass, feeling the wind cut comfort into our skin. Go down to the creek and watch as tadpoles became frogs, became legs, raw meat for the sharp things that hungered in the bush. Back when we were still boys pretending to be children, and manhood hadn't snuck up under our beds like a closed fist after a hard day's work, we were still able to make anything with our hands, catch butterflies fluttering, chase dandelions in the wind. Back before the storms came and claimed us numbered, made arcs of our bodies for our feelings to weather the storm. 'Cause man don't break tears in silence, does he? Like skin, like man, bottle them up like burning fireflies. There is no night here to be afraid of, because what hasn't fear already taught you, boy? No need for dandelions to wish on, just be a man, a sharp thing of meat that cuts the comfort out of you, out of your skin, till you are no longer a tadpole, a boy, a thing that still speaks in riddles when the world was still young. The boy, the blade, the word, the stone that named them sharp, the fist, all the tools in the shed, a purpose, or the shard of that old hammer that had rusted and splintered from so much work, stuck so deep his hands amputated all the speech, and the boy was left speechless. Remove the meat and let the blood, the words and all from the body, the tender steak beat and raw, eat the tendons and watch the fill, all the connected tissue, the man, the boy, the stone, the fist, the blade, the sharp, they named of all this flesh, and the flesh of all this made sharp. They named it man. Thank you.
Yeah.
If it's cool, I'm gonna just finish off with like nicer, less like aggressive poem, if I can find it. Hold on one.
Go for it, man. Yeah.
I apologize. I should have been prepared. I was not. Where is it? Because love poems need love too. This is called Beautiful Chaos. And this is like a really, really old poem. So you can see like where I've been and where I am now or whatever. You are a beautiful chaos, a wonderful storm of curly hair, soft, warm eyes, and a body that burns like a furnace, untamed yet under complete control, as if the fury that coats your skin breathes like soft lace. A rose where thorns have not yet grown, and there is a simplicity that dwells within the raging oceans of your eyes. I think I might stay here and listen to the ideas crash against the rocks for a while, yin and yang twisting to the balancing edges of your body, like jagged brush strokes, a kaleidoscope of broken beauty, colors wrestling with each other in a romantic dance of excited expectation upon the canvas of your hair. A sweet smile that drips off lips like warm honey and a tinge of hot sauce. A beautiful wildflower. a forest-like eruption within the cracks of concrete, a delicate creature of nature, who has made their life within the dark spaces and places that dwell within the city. You are the roar of horns that scream out like lost voices in the streets, and the silent souls that radiate from the empty metal cages. You are a wonderful impossibility, and I am your dreamer. Feed me your unlikely stories of joyful endings. I will give you the calm release your wandering mind needs. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, thank you. Thank you. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I love you said that before. I love poems need love too. That's great. I freaking love that. Cool. And yeah, thanks for all your promo, man. You got it out of the way. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for holding this space, Richie. You're awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I was joking about it last week. I'm gonna say thank you a lot. I'm gonna say it because a lot of you guys are like pulling some late duty, you know, you guys are staying up and that really does mean a lot. You know, just to hang out a little longer. And as a choose the way to you know, making this a way to spend a Monday night for a lot of you guys. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna say it all the time. Okay, we're gonna keep going. In fact, let me take a look at this list. We have perfect. Yeah, he's been singing lots of praise in the chat. And it's been a good while again since he's been here. I have a lot of good BWOMS stories of in person times of in person in the past many years of this performer. Right now, he's joining us from Wonder Lake. What? Wonder Lake. Awesome. We got Nico Kim. Nico Kim is back at BWOMS. What's up, man? The return.
What's up, guys? So I'm actually not at Wonder Lake. I didn't make it home. I'm staying at my parents' house. But beside the point, hey, guys. So I've got like a cover song, 3 short poems, and another cover song. So let's start it. She held the world upon a string, but she didn't ever hold me. She spun the stars on her fingernails, but it never made her happy, 'cause she couldn't ever have me. I know why. Because when I look in her eyes, I just see the sky. Gross. When I look in her eyes, well, I just see the sky. I don't love you, I'm just passing the time. You could love me if I knew how to lie. But who could love me? I am out of my mind. Throwing a line out to sea if I can catch a dream. Bro, let me tell you, your boy be tripping heavy. Levy my unleavened or lead-laden soul with wholehearted impacts. Cold, thwarted infatuation exasperates my exhausted internal intricacies. Eccentric me, eclectic, Jesus Christ, eccentric me, extravagant and eclectic the electric rumbling, making my rambling come off tongue-tied, strung high and high-strung, my lungs leery and weary of the long-winded whining, reminding me again how love is hell. I mean, why else would one fall into it? Persephone, the closest to objective that I could be in terms of perspective of the greenest greens. I've seen that the grass is never greener on the other side, unless you're the chicken who tried to cross the road. The grass is not very green. The grass exists in the world as roots. It's not very green down there. But as my boy Milton said it himself, the mind is a place in of itself. It can make a hell out of heaven and a heaven of hell. Chakabesh. Bro, your boy almost got caught catching feelings for a rebound. She was like a siren, long-legged and vocal. I was happy with what it was we found, but it's Mac to me being sea-bound. Ishmael, eat your heart out. The startup of a new journey to see if I can catch another dream. Cast away across the wine dark sea, so far from land, so close to me. Stay close to me, stay close to me. We've seen not a soul for days. Silence, hands up, wind, carry us away. Blowing us away, blowing us away. Fishes down below us playing vicious game. You hear the ghosts calling by, they're miles away. Miles and miles away, miles away. First song was by Panic at the Disco. The second song was by Sabrosa Union, El Paso legends out of Montwood High School, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks, guys. Oh, depend on the things that I can drop. I really don't have much. You can follow me on Nico Kim at YouTube, on Facebook, and then Nico Kim Sings on TikTok. So that's Nico Kim _sings on TikTok. I think that's all I got. I ain't got no book or nothing. Trying to though. But all right, thanks guys.
Awesome. Yo, and also Nico sounds like really amazing live. I remember, was it 2 years ago? You went to the open mic we were doing at the coffee shop, and Rob Santos was there, and you're like, I gotta perform this for you. And you did. Your song was awesome, man. You did like a reggae song. Actually, it was reggae. It's very cool. It was cool. But yeah, Nico, glad you can make it on, man. See you more often. Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you, Nico. We're gonna go from Nico to Nick, where we have Mr. Nick Paleologos up, I believe. Let me check. Are you here with us, Nick? Yeah. What's up, man? How you doing today? I know. You shot a little message, man. So you're in my thoughts on that end. But it's always good to see you here on the show, man. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be back here, Richie. Yeah, I'm well. It was a bit of a stressful day, but I'm doing what I can do. So I'll see if I want to do 3. I'll definitely do 2 though. This first one actually relates to Magic the Gathering. So if anyone here loves Magic the Gathering, enjoy this nice little short piece right here. This one's called What is in a Magic Card? Magic gathering in bunches, burning wands, cauldron bubbles, Jace travels with the punches, creating crafts of mana that doubles out of islands, forests, swamps, plains and mountains, extracting words from prompts, spawning soldiers and creatures by the thousands, enchantments, sorceries, even in an instant, planes walking across broken shells, the goal to win is distant, to escape the many different hells. Claim victory whichever way you choose. Refuse. That was my Magic the Gathering. Did that in Ray Jane's workshop. So I don't know if anyone likes Magic the Gathering, but yeah. Oh, you do? Oh, nice. I run a black-white deck, and I just bought a commander deck the other day, so actually I bought that today, excuse me. So this one is actually a newer one that I'm working on. This one's called Odor. I smell like cigarettes and bad decisions. That kind of person mommy and daddy warned you about. Smile like Joker out of the 52, I'm the patient zero. The original experiment gone haywire, hardwired to self-destruct. That clinical machine induced information on the Richter scale as you watch the strength of the earth waking loose. Come along for the ride. I assure you, you will go to places you have dreamed about. The bumps mean nothing, as roads traveled always has them. Smell like cigarettes and bad decisions. Come as I was, I am the kindness you wanted to receive. Believe me, It gets lonely being a lone wolf. It would be nice to have a companion by my side, to not walk behind or in front, to walk alongside, to run at our own pace. I reek of stank, the smell is success. Two, and I figured I'll do my last one on this new pendant that I got right here, Gengar. I did this one at New Year earlier, so I'll do this one. It's called Gengar Ganchuan Comparison. Out of the original 151, if I were a Pokemon, I would be Gengar. Gengar's only 4'9". I'm a little taller than Gengar. In Gengar's Pokedex entry, it states that it gets 10 degrees colder when in Gengar's territory. I have that same effect. It's a ghost and poison type Pokemon. Ghost, like merging with anyone's shadows, especially for fairies. Ghost, like when conversation is about, I levitate into background noise. Poison, as in addicting to my personality, and poison as corrosive, corruptive. Gengar's ability is cursed body. Cursed and hexed is this body trying to rip off shadowy skin to try to have a better connection with the soul. In order to get a Gengar, you get a Ghastly first. At level 25, Ghastly evolves into Haunter. Haunter needs to be traded to evolve. Letting go of what I was the best thing to happen to me. As the games progressed, a link table wasn't required anymore. I was cursing myself into a nightshade. I felt dark pulses against my forearms, shuddering from mean looks. Weapon ties them back. They cheer for me. It's payback. Those looks. Poetry is fed to me. I'm eating the dreams, filling my soul to the brim. When I get back to life, I can deal with the hits. Each sucker punch I took dropped my HP to 0, fainting at the sight of defeat. I lick my wounds after each battle, drowning in a sludge wave. In spite of the help I'm asking for, I get shadow punched, only to claw back from those very shadows. I have been so used to singing parish songs about me that I disassociate with how to heal. I vow that I will bond my destiny to healing the wounds, take the shadows that control me, ball it up, project this ghostly apparition forward to deliver the final blow in my battle so that I can be amongst the elite four many years to come. Legacy is coming. I can feel it emanating. This ghost is coming to life.
Yeah.
Love that one, man. Gengar. I haven't thought about Pokemon in a while, man.
Gengar is my favorite Pokemon of the original 151, so I had to pick Gengar. So yeah, it is my pronunciation is a little off because I sometimes it's a letter or whatever, but it's whatever. You all can follow me at the Real Nick P on IG. That's TheRealNickP. I do have an open mic this Wednesday at 9:15 on EST. If anyone wants to come through, you spit some poetry, more than welcome to. I will drop that information into the chat. It is with the word is right. So, Richie, blessings to be here.
Right on.
Thank you for having me
again. Appreciate you, man. I love all the things that you do as well. And as you can clearly tell by all the love in the chat. So thanks, Nick. The real Nick P, man. You are the real. There means you're just the real one, the realist. Appreciate you, man. Okay, so let's see where we're going on the list, right? Okay, awesome. Check it out. Next up, we have Vale Larkin in the house, always ready to come through with some fire. What's up, Vale? How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well, actually. Give people a little bit of an update because I know some people have been very supportive of me recently. I have a condition called Spinal Stenosis, and it's what's causing the issues with my voice, along with a lot of other problems. My symptoms come and go, which is why sometimes I can talk and sometimes I can't. But I found out this week or last week that I do not have to have major spinal surgery in the next year, which is incredibly good news. They think they found a medication that is going to help me, and I'm really looking forward to that. Okay. This first song, I swear, it's just about canning fruit. How to peel a peach. It's easy, Hold her like precious treasure and carefully, gently slide your blade through only the most superficial layer of velvet boundary. Score it with an X for set aside, for suspended, and lovingly surround her with wet, seething heat. You don't want her to bruise, to boil, or burst before time. Apply your hands with caution, and she will warm to you, and her scent will cocoon you as you slide your fingers like tongues over her. Any clinging, hesitant covering will slip, slickened, and surrender. And this one is more serious. Sorry about that. It's called Military Family, which I come from. Let's line them all up. The commanders, the generals, senators, and reps. Let's line up the weaponsmiths, the bomb makers, and contractors, and let's line up everyone who cheers when the sky flashes and cradles their guns. Let's line them all up and tell them, keep running forward. Keep running forward with the weight of your pack, of your rifle and boots. Keep running forward with the sun on your helmet and dust in your throat. Keep running forward through bullets and rockets, grenades, mines, and bombs. Keep running, always forward, never back, while you watch people falling and screaming and bleeding, so dying seems peaceful, except when you know them, and oh, how you will know them, ally and foe. They will all scream and bleed. They will all die the same. Keep running forward with your heart on your back, over warriors fighting for land that you stand on. And when you come home, you who do still come home, keep running forward, keep singing, through patriots setting off rockets for fun and voting for wars that you thought you had won, through everyone missing because you were gone, and the screams in the night that keep you from sleeping. Keep running forward because we won't wait. We'll take all your chances, all the peace that you've earned. We'll reduce you to glances sidelong from the ignorant, watching you twitch when the trucks go by, watching you struggle to remember through the pain in your head, watching you suffer like that part of your service was the only thing permanent. Keep running forward. And you who still live, if any still live, you can return to your posts, your rallies and offices, and keep on as you were. Keep running forward into the fray, into the battle, all of you who still can.
All right. Awesome. 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 Thank you. No, thanks
I'll
for
put my
sharing that.
info in the chat.
Yes. Perfect. 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 Awesome. Yeah. Was that the only one? Or
I read two.
yeah, two. Sorry. The last one I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
My info's in the chat, and I'm going to be featured with Brooklyn Poets probably in September. They want to feature the accessible work that I'm doing, so they're giving me a little extra time to put it together, which is very cool.
Awesome. Yes. And also great work on that as well. Thank you. Thanks for joining us, Val. Cool. And I'll make sure to let me copy this really quick so I can move this on the. I'm trying to be better about interacting with YouTube peeps right now. Kind of ignoring it today, but great job as always. Thank you. We're gonna go to San Francisco, I believe. Yeah, hell yeah. And where we have Finn Bell up next. Our very own Finn Bell. We all love. Let's see. Let me find you. Let me find you. And get you on. Let's see. Oh yeah. Hey, how are you today?
I'm doing okay, but I'm going to skip sharing a poem because I'm having a coughing fit. You can hear my voice is raspy, but I did want to bring up that next week, Paul Conqueso is not, well, this week, actually, my bad. This week he's doing, he's hosting my next Fincabulary open mic, which has a boy band theme. And then mid-August, he's also going to be part of it. He's part of everything now that Vocabulary is doing. We are having our first ever poetry, sensual, all-male mic called Magic Mike. And that is benefiting the Butterfly Project in the Philippines, which cares for and helps with the homing and restoration back to health and healing of young girls who were either sexually abused or human trafficked. So I'm going to put all that information in the chat. Also, this week's Fincabulary podcast has the lovely, 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 beautiful Patty Orozco featuring. So please do take a listen to that. I know it's all about BWOMS and New Yo Love. Thanks, guys.
All right. No, awesome. Thanks for sharing those updates. And hopefully you can rest up and everything. Thank you, Finbell. And let me know in the chat if you do wanna, if you just need to take some time, and if you just don't want to read the announcements, and all that, that's always good too. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that Magic Mike sounds exciting. A great cause too. Okay, cool. So we have, okay, didn't mean to leave it like that. Okay. Check those out. Again, BWOMS, Neo, Fincabulary, What is Right. Like we have all these orgs coming together. I love it. All the communities, all the groups. Yeah, and then of course the podcast. Check that out. Fincabulary podcast. Patty, hell yeah, she rocks. Let's see. And Elemental is gonna be up a little later too. I just added you, okay? But right now we're gonna go and bring up Ed. We got Mr. Ed Foreman, aka Mr. Ed Poetastic. And let me see. Let me find you here. Hey, okay? There you are. I see you. What's up, man?
Hey, Rich J, how's our favorite host that goes coast to coast that we love the most, that never boast? How's me Hermano?
Yo, it's good, man. I'm actually having a little bit of a low energy day, but just hanging out with you guys is still fun. It's good. It's good.
Fun under the
Anyway,
sun, huh?
Thank you. Yo, take it away, man.
Sure, no problem. I got 4 jokes and I got 2 poems. All right, my name is Ed Potastic. Hope everyone's feeling fantastic. Please give me the time so you can enjoy my rhyme, so you can all feel sublime. Okay, here's my Potastic and Poet Credible chime. I got 4 jokes. What did the bat said to the man? Night, night. What did the fish said to the other fish? What are you doing here? Why did the boss fire the skeleton? He was a big boner. What did the turtle said to his friend? This is a slow day. All right, let's do this. This is called golden this is called honeypot. I got swindled again, falling for sweet lies, thinking we're more than friends. A trap I didn't realize. A solid, you said depends. The answer I despised is a no at the end. You call, I rise and rise. Your demands quickly extends. I love the twinkle in your eyes. You just spin, spin, spin. You treat me less than other guys. You follow the hot trends. You go deaf from my cries and sighs. My heart bends, bends, and bends, captivated by your physique and thighs. Brushing off where you bends and whys. Goodness knows I try, and try. Your attitude cuts me down to size. You sat there, you deny, deny, deny. Why am I not shocked or surprised? You are always beautiful and sly. Wear your golden veil as a disguise, having whatever this is quickly die. I stare at the sympathetic skies, watching my life get painfully baptized. Where's my happy ending or blissful sunrise? My heart living with the nasty, buzzing flies. The love struck full, instantly demoralized. You don't care, you got your prize. Only you survived this deadly demise. I'm stuck with the bills of blackened hopes, sunken joys, and silent goodbyes. Now I'm alone, being disheartened and chastised. Take it from me, please stop and analyze. so you won't feel empty with a hollow compromise. All right. Thank you, thank you. I got one more. Got one more in store. Let's see. This is called risking it all. You want a little advice? It's not hard. Do not sigh. Follow the gleam in your eyes. See where they lie. Turn off your annoying device. Toss away your whys. Opportunity doesn't need a size. It will come for your many tries. You just need to rise, rise, and rise for a little earthly spice. You'll be so quickly surprised. Your body isn't made from ice. Your achievements will rise, and your achievements will arise. Enjoy life's beautiful delights. They will come for your many tries. Sing through the nights. Your hopes aren't disguised. Don't dawdle in the twilight. Don't worry, life hasn't yet died. Don't be afraid of the new heights. You don't need to improvise. Learn from the adventurous flights. No more silent whispers or goodbyes. Get up from the bitter fights. Life has no simple guides. Treasure devices in your sights. Enjoy those crazy ups and low rides. Soar higher, higher than a kite. Don't panic. Time hasn't killed your insides. The joy of gaining can really suffice. Your curiosity hasn't yet subsides. Your regrets can really bite. Your worldly possibilities are the open skies. Come on, accept life's huge invites. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, man. Yes, I'm gonna snap it up. Thank you, Mr. Ed Poetastic.
Because you make me feel fantastic.
Cool, man. Cool. You know, when you were telling those jokes, I imagined us as friends in elementary school, sitting next to each other in class, laughing at silly jokes like that. That never happened, but I'm like, it could have been. It could have been. You got anything going on online or anything you'd like to promote before we move on?
Oh yeah, is me, Paul Conqueso, Elemental, Advocate, Luke Hahn. We're gonna be in this awesome magic mic. So please come. It's gonna be so out of sight.
All right. Out of sight and dynamite, right, Ed?
Right. You always have a blissful and poetastic sunlight.
Cool, man. Thank you so much. Sweet. How you doing, DC, man? Sorry, I'm having like a weird all right, guys.
I'm doing great, fine. I'm glad everything's aligned.
All right. Cool. All right, man. Well, thanks for making it again on another Monday night. Every time you miss, man, I'm concerned. You know, like, oh no, Eddie didn't make it. Something's got to be wrong.
Oh yeah,
right,
because
universe. So like, we got to do like a health check and all that. You know. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue though. Let's see. Let me pull up the list here, and based on this, we are gonna go to El Paso. Do a little 1-2 punch action where we're gonna go ahead and bring up Lee MS. It's gonna spit some poetry on a Monday as they do, and we love it. What's up, Lee? Welcome back to the show.
Okay, so I have two things. One of them I read it on the Thursday, and sorry, my throat is hurting. And then the other one is new, and then a cover poem, English and Spanish. So first, the one that I read on Thursday's presidential open mic that we had. It's called Back to Normal. Esteemed members of the Hoarding Class Council, it is with great regret that I must inform you the ocean has caught on fire. And I'm afraid, dear members, that your words have by now noticed the eye of the saltwater giant open and enraged. This seems to have redirected their focus on the multiple ways your industries have utilized the waterways for the betterment of them all. Pollution, they called it. Modern-day colonization, they cried. Revered owners of it all, I am afraid to be the bearer of that news again. Your leisure drive to not space has further upset the mindless herd. They seem to have a problem with the honorable purpose of this race to colonize space for use as your personal playground and future industrial grounds where your subjects will have the honor of space travel through the novel industry of indenture servitude. Holy few who own the many, The lazy lowest of the lows now are of the opinion that your legitimate, earned through hard work wealth should be redistributed amongst the masses. The latter seem to have forgotten, undoubtedly due to their illiteracy, to not fault of your own. There can only be so many CEOs, CFOs, COOs, CIOs, among others, burdened with the glorious purpose to rule over the many who own the least. Most highest heralds of pestilence, I would advise against making overt gestures to remind the herd of their proper place as your rightfully self-aggrandizing advertisements of your wealth and intelligence on the mass media you own is no longer averting their sinning thoughts that place the blame on you for the cataclysm and waves of events to come. Events may, I remind you, you had no way of knowing, no, not at all. Venerated owners of the council, first and foremost, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to serve as your new PR manager. Unlike my predecessor, I'm sure we can leverage last fiscal year's hurdles for your benefit. I also bring great news. I'm happy to inform that although they know, they are far too tired to do anything about it, all thanks to your admirable yet expected crisis response, of course. The threat of losing access to luxury items such as food, water, shelter has turned their march back to labor, and the labor strike crisis has been averted. They are once again too tired, sick, indebted, or dead to organize and demand justice and dignity for all. Congratulations. That was number one. And then this is new. I just went back to work today, so that's amazing. Back to the office. You can see my hate towards it. I haven't had a single dissociation episode, absence episode on my epilepsy until this past week. Oh, that's my dog. Sorry about that. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But anyways, I went back to the office and I had I guess the entire of a year of dissociation episodes. I had it in one day. So this is because of that. You have reached the voicemail of Lee Martinez Soto. At the tone, please record your message. When you're finished recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options. To hear your voice and the tremble you hide between breaths. To hear your voice and the whimper you just swallowed, aware of your unawareness, conscious of the absence. You have reached the voicemail of Lee Martinez Soto. At the tone, please record yourself yelling. When you're finished screaming, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options. To know your day starts and ends with the static of me, unaware of the futile attempts at reaching, trying to tether myself onto you. You have reached the voicemail of Lee Martinez Soto. At the tone, please hang up and do not try to call again. The void will not listen. To feel your absence as you confront my own, to watch from afar as you go through the motions of tears and choking for air and sleepless ponderings of what if, panic. You have reached the voicemail of, if you don't hang up, you will be placed on a mailing list of all the secrets you have never shared, sent on a weekly basis to all the people you hate. To try once again, despite it all pointing to a split, torn apart from our splice sails, conjoined twins never born. I wonder at times if you hear me in between all the static within. You have reached the voicemail of, the voicemail box is full. Separated at birth upon conception of self, and you panic at the sound of our voice resounding within your throat, aware now of your absence and my inability to take control. You have reached, hello? What was the second one? And the last one, this is a cover poem, first the translation and then the actual poem. The poem is called Encuentro and is by Ulalume González de León. This is a translation by me. And sorry about my brother yelling over there in the distance. The body of bodies, what they were between the two and forgot sometimes remembers them. In simultaneous absence, they are interrupted, then in their own separate places. And they don't know they travel as two solitudes inviting the other for a date in a foreign memory that walks without foreheads and eyes like the wind or the rivers and don't know if they are, will be, or where. In their own separate places, both lose their bodies. Without a shape floats the soul. While the forgotten encounter lasts, while the encounter remembers them. And then the original one, again, is called Encuentro by Ulalume González de León. El cuerpo de los cuerpos, lo que fueron entre los dos y olvidaron a veces los recuerda. En una ausencia simultánea se interrumpen entonces esos lugares separados y no saben que viajan como dos soledades que se citan en alguna memoria ajena, que andan sin frentes y sin ojos, como el viento o los ríos, y no saben si están, van a estar o estuvieron. En sus lugares separados, ambos pierden sus cuerpos. Sin molde, el alma flota. Mientras el olvidado encuentro dura, mientras el encuentro lo recuerda. That's it.
Mhm. Great set. Oh man, you took the task. I want to show some love to Andres, who in the chat has he says, "Spit the truth, eat the rich." Awesome stuff. Lee, so what's up? Do you have I don't know, stuff you want to share more that you got coming up and all that?
I know I received a message from you about the publication in Life and the Time. So that's coming up. I did submit some other publications, but those are still pending. And I will have a Tumbleworks workshop on October. I think it's on my and Kit's birthday on October 16, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be about doing shadow work. So yeah, I'll provide the information as soon as I have that in place. Aside from that, feel free to follow me at cadáveres_literarios. It's like cadavers and with an extra E. I don't ever know how to explain it. I need to change that thing.
No, keep it. It's awesome.
Find
It's
me
awesome.
there. Just find me as Lee Martinez Soto on Facebook, and my link tree is also on that Facebook. Either way, I'll put it on the chat.
Some you beautiful pup right behind you. I want to say hi.
She's
Hey,
the one. She
puppy.
threw my little blackboard, and she panicked.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And shout out to all your fam, all your beautiful pets, and all that as well. You know, they're all awesome. Thank you, Lee. And congrats on that workshop. Yeah, you mentioned it. I formally sent out lettered emails of acceptance for people in El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez region. We are getting ready to start the print publication. So right now we're going through a manuscript and going through edits. A bunch of you guys were accepted, actually. So I'm happy to announce that. Lee, Kit, Patty, Khan. I'm waiting for a couple more, but it's going to be really cool. In fact, you already said it, your birthday twin, back to back. We're going to go and bring him up because he's up next. Let's go and welcome Kit up to the stage. Kit, I'm going to just let you mumble your way up on stage.
Just let me mumble my way on stage. What if I show you up and start shouting? What then? What are you going to do then?
Go for it, man.
Oh, but no. God, Lee's so fucking good, y'all. Like, to even share a star sign with them is like special. To share the whole fucking day is, it must be. I'm skipping straight to the cover this time. As all of you know, the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series is based in El Paso, Texas, and as most of you know, there is a grim anniversary coming up tomorrow, and so I'm going to read something to honor that. This was published as the poem of the day in March by the American Academy of Poets and poets.org. This is called 23 Reasons Why Mexicanos Can Still Be Found in a Walmart by Alessandra Narvaez Varela. After Juan Felipe Herrera's 187 Reasons Why Mexicanos Can't Cross the Border, con amor para los 23 del 3 de agosto del 2019. Because we will still travel for a Walmart weekend in Gringolandia, because we still buy Bic pens in bulk so they last our children until they're 21, because we still recognize that 7-Eleven gas lasts longer than Pemex, because we still smile when the dog sniffs our bags, troca or traseros, because we will still sweat into our shoes, jeans, eyes to climb the bridge and say American, because we will still pack Sabritas, Bonafont, and bedpan in our cars to wait in line for hours to show our green card, because we will still cross the waters to get tacos, tortas, and steaks for the best taste and price, because we will still have a love-hate relationship with I-10, the kilometers turning into miles, because we will still whisper paciencia when Chuco people signal right but don't in fact exit on Hawkins to get to Walmart, because we will still fundraise for our daughter's football team under this sun, because we will still think maldita sea when we see the Equate brand of game is out, because we will still scoff at the price of avocados and think esto no puede ser aguacateas, because we will still think we're beating the orange man by knowing where to buy what, because we are beating him. We're La Frontera, the border. No one looks or does it like us, because we will still say thank you and gracias or thank you, gracias to the cashier, because we will still be as warm as August, the warmest turned coldest month, because we will still give our backs to bullets so our children and spouses don't die, because we will still feel 23 lives in our next cuero enchinado, but stay free. No prison or suicide watch, because we will still leave our screen wood and metal doors open to anyone, because we will still walk while brown in a Walmart or Target, Sam's or Ross, and walk tall, because why not? Because heart, because God, because mighty Mexican super raton, because human, because Adolfo Ceros Hernandez and Sarah Esta Regalado Moriel, Alexander Gerhard Hoffman, Andre Anchondo, and Jordan Anchondo, Angie Inglesby, Arturo Benavides, David Johnson, Elsa Mendoza de la Mora, Gloria Irma Marquez, Ivan Filiberto Manzano, Javier Amir Rodriguez, Jorge Calvillo Garcia, Juan de Dios Velázquez Chaires, Leo Campos and Maribel Hernandez, Luis Alfonso Juarez, Margie Record, Maria Eugenia Legarete Rote, Maria Flores and Raul Flores, Teresa Sanchez, Guillermo Garcia.
All right, thanks, man. Just giving you a little bit of space afterwards to let that, do its thing. Yeah, you had more, right?
I had only planned for the cover poem, honestly.
Okay, cool.
It's a little longer than usual, and these emotions have physical effects sometimes. I don't know.
No, absolutely, man. I was gonna read that one, but
we need to coordinate these things.
But I mean, come on, man, I'm not gonna take it from you. No, dude, thanks for sharing that one. I linked it in the chat if you guys want to check it out. Alessandra's a cool colleague of mine. We were doing writing workshop for elementary school kids just before the pandemic. So anyway, Kit, man, what do you have to promote? Go ahead and take that away.
Okay. Let's see. Get a little card up here. I have Instagram at Kit Ran Away, Twitter at Kit Talk Sports. I have a Goodreads account where I talk like my opinion matters. I know it doesn't, but it's fun to talk like that. Ko-fi.com/KitRen. It's a bunch of essays about football. It's about to start again next month when the games start again next month. And you can find me at Facebook under my name. You can drop something at the tip jar. My PayPal is connected to my email, which is right there. And this week, someone previously scheduled had a schedule conflict, so I was called upon as a Tumblewords pinche hitter to cook up something on short notice. So I'll be hosting Tumblewords on Saturday at 1 o'clock Mountain. It'll be a fun time.
Yeah, man.
Back to you, Richie.
as it always is. You know, if you guys, I mean, mostly, I think a lot of you guys have gone into lords, and so Kid always holds it down. Definitely worth checking out. If there's a link, man, can you drop it in the chat for us? And all right, check it out. We got more people signing up. Lacan, I'm just adding you to the list right now. Okay, welcome. But we're gonna go ahead and actually introduce a debut. We have a BWOM stay-at-home open mic debut, at least as far as I remember. But it's someone a lot of you guys already know, and I haven't officially met you, I think. But I'm happy to introduce you because I know I saw when you during Patty's feature, got to introduce and you were hosting. But we got Ron Mark Thompson in the house and is going to share a short poem. And glad to have you here. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, you're very welcome, Richie. You didn't meet me, but I've been here before in the audience, but I met you 2 months ago in the Poetry Global Network's Poets Lighthouse, where Finn interviewed you. And I was just amazed by your poetry and rapping and the music, you know. And don't take it the wrong way, but I love your calming and comforting, nice voice. You know, this is like so like, you know, I'm like, when I came, I'm like, I have to sign up, you know. And also professionalism, because I signed up on your Google form an hour ago and the form and the instructions are amazing. And I'm like, I'm sure they're not going to see that I'm on the list, you know, and then here I am and you have me on the list. So that's very professional, because I've been to other open mics where they don't check their lists, you know, like till the day later, you know. So it's a pleasure to be here. I just want to make sure, since it's my first time performing, is there a specific theme or topic, or my poem can be about anything?
About anything, anything you'd like.
Okay, then I'm going to have a short poem. Earlier today, I was in another open mic, and there was the theme of favorite word. Some of my colleagues here, my friends, heard what my favorite word is, but I have a second favorite word, and here we go. My second favorite word of lately has been no. I changed yes to a no so I could be myself and grow. You see, I used to say yes a lot in the past to my friends and family. Yes to anything they wanted, no matter how unreasonably or rapidly. It helped them. Some days it helped me as well, but many times it did not advance me and I fell. Always saying yes wreaked havoc and made me very tense. My own life and happiness would suffer at my own expense. NO has one fewer letter than YES. Should be easier to say, there should be no stress. No may have a mean emphasis on its letter, but I learned to embrace it like a warm sweater. Trust me, once you start saying no, you will feel better too. You will become free. Your attitude improves. I believe it's true. I finally stood up and learned how to not say yes to each and everything. I took all of my heart's courage and pulled myself up on my string. Try it for yourself. No is a powerful and beautiful word. It surely has become my new favorite, like a beautiful song from a bird. I hope I gave you encouragement and truth here in Zoom tonight, because I want to make your evening very shiny and bright. The end.
Oh, awesome. That's a great way of framing that word, you know, because oftentimes we try and people put a negative to it, but it's important because I'm someone who says yes to everything, and that's stressful sometimes. So I felt that. Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. Yes, yeah, and I'm glad. Yeah, please don't say yes to everything. There has to be a limit. You know, you cannot do everything. You know, and it's okay to say no.
Absolutely. So that was a great reminder. Now, I know this is your first time reading, I guess what I was trying to say earlier, but I appreciate those kind words that you said right now. And do you have like a way, of course, ways in which we can connect with you and support your work and what you've got going on?
Sure. I used to have a sign here, but I cleaned my desk a week ago and now I can't find it, So I'll put it in the chat. You can follow me personally at Ron Mark Thompson in Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's the same handle. And I do have happen to have my own organization, Bronx Art and Fun Hub. I'm from the Bronx, New York, even though my accent doesn't sound like I was born here. Different story, And I provide free programs on Thursday, early evenings, Eastern time. This week we having ekphrastic poetry and prose writing sessions. I have a stage play reading coming up 2 weeks from now, arts and crafts workshops. That one is at BXAFH on social media. I'll put that in the chat. And since you talked to Finn Bell earlier, she always has amazing guest hosts. Paul is going to host this Thursday's open mic. I'll be guest hosting a writing prompt program with her on August 26th. So I'll put that in the chat as well. Thank you so much for welcoming me, Richie. I'll definitely keep coming back. I really enjoy, your hosting. Is this only on Mondays or do you do this open mics on more than one day a week?
This online version is only on Mondays. Yeah.
Well, I'll be back here on Mondays. Thank you so much for welcoming me. I appreciate it.
You can come to our live ones if you drive really fast.
Where are the live ones? In what part of the country?
El Paso, the Southwest. El Paso, yeah.
Okay, I'll make some money and hire my private jet, and I'll come down there.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I always tell my friends who move away. Like, hey man, just hop on your private jet, man. I'll take a couple hours. That's it.
Well, I'm glad you're still doing in Zoom because that really connects us together, from the rest of the country. So if I'm ever in your area, Marissa Prada is, I think, in the next state. So I'll definitely come and visit. Thank you, Richie and Kit. Appreciate it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, and Marissa, like it's such a short drive. It's a 3-hour drive, 3 to 4 hour drive from El Paso to Albuquerque. So if any of you guys are ever planning to visit the area, you already got all of us right there in that area between El Paso
and
Albuquerque.
6 hours there, Ron, then you come visit me.
Yeah, and then you go to the West Coast. It's perfect.
Yay, I love it. I will do that. Thank you.
Little tour. Perfect. Oh, and
one little question and you got a tour going.
There you go. Oh, awesome. Yeah, we are doing live events. I have like 3 or 4 this month. With all the stuff that's happening with cases rising again and variants, like gonna have to think about figuring out how to step back or take extra caution again. It's stressful stuff, but as always, we're gonna do these Monday nights because they're so important for all of us. So regardless, we'll be here. And Kimlin, you just popped up right now. Guess what? You're up next.
I love it. And let me just apologize for being so late, but I had a lovely, wonderful time with my daughter, and it was so healing just to have that opportunity. A lot of good healing that happened just before. So I'm coming in very at peace. So I hope to share that. And I just appreciate you all so much for being such a safe space for me. So last week I brought kintsugi to you. And so this week I brought you a new piece. New shit this morning. I finished it.
New shit?
New shit. It's called Raku, Art of Elation. Reclined on this wooden bed, whispering my breaths. Gently, hands slip beneath weight, lifting me to face. You drink in my earthy musk, I am quivering, lowering me down firmly against my firmness, tense with anticipation, work hands cracked, calloused, begin to knead me, my knee moistened with water, fold my flesh over, my lover covers, smothers meticulously, no crack, no crevice ignored, removes, grit, soothes fears, reduced to putty, lying naked, he rests me. Slips off my covers, awakened to his desire, constrict urgency, wrapped bodies intertwined to dance. He throws me down hard, kneads me over and over again and again. Cups gathers my rightful form, tease me with pinches. He forms me with his fingers. I yield, acquiesce. He shapes me for our pleasure, a vessel called love. He lights me up inside out, heat within burns, rising high, red hot molten fire, higher, 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 height. Swiftly grabs me tight. I am not consumed by flames, smolder on the bed, petals turn to ash. A phoenix is now rising. Raku is the art of Japanese ceramics characterized by the removing of the clay object from the kiln in the height of firing, causing it to cool rapidly.
All right. Awesome. Learning some stuff. These are awesome. Did you have another one?
I just brought my new shit for you guys. And but I would like the opportunity to plug Magic Mike. So let me change that. So my segue from Kintsugi last week, which is about the healing of broken pieces with lacquer and gold. This piece I brought to you today because I think it was important for me to show you that this is the kind of love that I needed to experience after my brokenness. So that is why I brought a raku today, because I wanted to share with you that I am learning to love myself and allowing myself to be loved in ways that I've never allowed myself to love before. So hence the lovely segue to Magic Mike. Some of my lovely poet brothers are going to be sharing their poetry erotica on Sunday, August 15th, 6 to 9 Pacific Standard Time, 9 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. And what's so lovely is one of my poet friends said to me, I'm so happy to be objectified in order to support my sisters. And you all know, those of you who have met me before, that I am a survivor of sexual trauma and rape. And so it is so healing to have my brothers be willing to raise money for our charity, which is the Butterfly Project. It is an organization that rescues young women, children, actually girls, who are the survivors of sex trafficking. And so it is really truly a passion project of mine and my co-collaborators, Finn Bell, as well as Lauren Bulatao. But I wanted to also honor the lovely talent that we are going to be featuring. So among some of them include Elemental, Mr. Speaker, The Withdrawn, Lacan, Lauren Bulatao, Advocate of Words, Paul Conqueso, Eddie Potastic. And I hope I didn't forget anyone, but truly wonderful men that I have met during this summer and this period who have shown me so much strength and support. The show will be hosted by Versus, a lovely artist from the Philippines as well. So it's a free event, but we ask that you would consider donating a little bit of change to help our sisters. So thank you so much, everyone.
Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you, Camlin. And I believe, was there a link for that earlier too, that Finn dropped in the chat?
Yeah, I think, and I'll drop the link again. So, but we hope that you all will come and enjoy the show with us.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. Yes, very cool. Again, once again, great, wonderful project. So be happy to support that as well. All right, thank you. And of course, check out Poetry Global Network. Camlin's on there. And let's see. We're gonna go ahead and keep going. We got some more peeps with us. In fact, we're nearing the end, but not quite there just yet. We have a bunch of fire peeps that are gonna come on that jumped into the list. But right now we're gonna go to LA, where we're gonna go ahead and I think it's time for class. You know what time it is. We're gonna bring up Mr. Deso Somok to the stage to share a little something. What's up, man? How you doing today?
What's up, Richie? Sorry, I was on travel last week. I went to do a site visit for one of the pieces I'm working, so hopefully once I finish it, I will get a chance to share it. But be here with you all. Great poets here, Mr. Sindler, Mr. RNT, and Mr. Kit Ran, and Fantastic, Nick Paleologos, and Lee, and La Tormenta, Nathaniel, et al. So I'm gonna do two pieces for you, Rich, and Mr. Richie. The signifier and the simulacra. The neighborhood is nothing but a protected zone, remodeling, disinfection, a snobbish and hygienic design, but above all, in a figurative sense, it is a machine for making emptiness. Jean Baudrillard, simulacra and simulation. Mr. Nick, wake up. Nico, Kim, wake up. Society is a conspiracy against itself and the self. It is a regenerative kind of sublime mass homicide in progress, a kind of socially agreed plot between conspirators and conspirators in the political realm of extra legality, the force of law, and the unlawful or harmful. The social contract as conspiracy refers to a group of people united in usurping, altering, and overthrowing an established agreement of being. The goalpost moving of the failed cabal of predators engenders the dark mass of secrecy to engage in activities unethical and for the purpose of perpetrating their own advantage. If we are nostalgic for a time in history, it's the evolving regime of signification characterized by economic, intellectual, and cultural decline. We contrast the latter period in its exceptional, simple, and significant way, not the dark, complex, and deflationary historical moment. We are entering a retro-evolutionary movement towards an early medieval period, a golden age of darkness, ignorance, superstition, and magical thinking. As the herald of what's to come, you run the moral and intellectual hazard in announcing the material facts and that everyone else is masticating magical musings. If you look into the abyss of ridiculous, blatantly delusional and childish views, and then realize it starts to stare back at you, you with gnawing certainty, mocking you with superior confidence that it will default in the failure of the political, which is violence. The political threshold long prophesied by philosophers and feared by priests, where nothing is true and everything is permitted, the victim of deflationary, Derridian semiotic slippage, with no fixed ethical grounding and allowing relativistic moral destructuring. The coup d'etat is the symptom and the catalyst, the signifier and the simulacrum, the empty container of fears, desires, and homogenized integrity of racial purity, or was that the integrity and purity of the bullet or the ballot? The inherent problem with simulations is that as the observer, how do you know it's a simulacra? January 6, 2020 was a simulation. You convinced the Capitol Police. You convinced the Republic Pros and the Dixiecrats, and you've been hankering and hollering like a medieval minstrel with a love fest of domicile of what a love fest and domicile event it was. Conspiracies hide their true mechanics. There is no objective difference. The same gestures and the same signs exist as for a real theft. In fact, the signs for the established order are always in the order of the real. Lest we forget the final catalytic element of the quick reaction forces, only if by land, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, stationed at the Comfort Inn across the river within 7 minutes from the Lincoln Memorial, that never materialized with partisans and guns. The Reichstag moment vaporized with chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, Chief General Mark Milley, saying the quiet part out loud. You can't do this without the military. You can't do this without the CIA and the FBI. We're the guys with the guns. The universe of collective agreement is rapidly contracting with an entry into the new simplification, the new dark ages of the venal, cynical, and hypocritical people who abandon the social semiotic contract, knowing they have privileged themselves at the expense of the mob. In the end, there are no neutral mutations. A robust neutral variant, one that remains functional, will spread in a large mob, a diverse population, more than a fragile one. Mutational robustness follows a maximal entropy random walk, a canonical Markov chain with non-local, non-diffusive dynamics. These counterintuitive results underscore the fertility of the interface between evolutionary dynamics, information theory, and physics, and the weapon is the mob. Still there, or did I freeze? Are we still alive?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
All right, I'm gonna conclude with a Spanish piece titled El Maizal. El maizal de Anáhuac, el maizal de olas fieles, cuerpos de los mexitlis, a mi cuerpo se viene, en el viento me huye jugando a que lo encuentre y que me cubre y me baña el quetzalcóatl verde de las colas trabadas que lamen y que hieren, braceo en la oleada como el que nada siempre a puñados recoge, las pechugas huyentes, riendo risa india que mofa y que consiente, y voy ciega en marea verde resplandeciente, braceándole la vida, braceándole la muerte. Al Anáhuac lo ensanchan maizales que crecen la tierra por divina, parece que la vuelve en la luz, solo existen eternidades verdes, remada de esplendedores que bajan y que ascienden. Las sierras madres pasa su pasión vehemente, el indio que los cruza como que no parece maizal hasta donde los postreros emblanquece. En México se acaba donde el maizal se muere. Por bocado de Xochitl, madre de las mujeres, porque el umbral en hijos y en danza reverbere, se matan los mexitles como tlalos que jueguen y la piel de la nahua de escamas resplandece. Xochitl va caminando filos y filos verdes, su nombre haya tendido en caña de la muerte, la besa con el beso que al nadar desciende y le siembra la carne en el anáhuac leve, en donde llama un cuerno por el que todo vuelve. Mazorca del aire, mazorcal terrestre, el tendal de los muertos y el quetzalcóatl verde que están como un solo, mitad frío y ardiente, y la mano en la mano se velan y se tienen. Están en turno y pausa que el anáhuac comprende hasta que el silbo largo por los maíces suene, manda que las cañas dancen y desaparecen. Eternidad que va y eternidad que viene. Las mesas de maíz quieren que yo me acuerde. El corro está mirándome, fugaz, eternamente. Los sentados son órganos, las sentadas magueyes. Delante de mi pecho la mazorcada tienden de la voz y los modos. Gracias, tolteca, llueve. La casta como lento, como el venado bebe, dorados en el hombro. El bocado, el aceite y el sesgo de ave pasan, las jícaras alegres. Otra vez me tuvieron estos que aquí me tienen y el corro de lo eterno parece que espeje. El santo maíz sube en un ímpetu verde y dormido se llena de tórtolas ardientes. El secreto maíz en vaina fresca hierve de unos crotalos y de unos hidromieles. El Dios que lo consuma es Dios que lo enceguece, le da forma de ofrenda por dársele ferviente en voladores, alitos, se entrega, se disuelve y México se acaba donde se muere, donde la milpa muere. El pecho del maíz, su fervor lo retiene, el ojo del maíz tiene el abismo breve, el habla del maíz en la valva y valva envuelve, la vieja del maíz caída no parece y el hombre del maíz se juega, no se pierde. Ahora en el Anáhuac que ya fue en el oriente, eternidades van y eternidades vienen. Molinos rompe cielos, mis ojos no los quieren, el maizal no aman y su harina no muelen, no como grano santo la hiperborea gente. Cuando mecen sus hijos de otra mecida, mecen en vez de los niveles de las balanceadas frentes a costas del maíz. Mejor que no naveguen maíz de nuestra boca, la coma quien lo rece, el cuerno mexicano del maizal se vierte. Así también los pulsos en trance de cogerle, así canta la sangre con el arcángel verde, porque el mágico Anáhuac se ama perdidamente. Hace años que el maizal no me canta en las sienes, ni corre por mis ojos. Su crinada serpiente me faltan los maíces y me sobran las mieses. Y el sueño en vez de Anáhuac le dejó que me suelte su mazorca infinita, que me aplaca y me duerme, y grano rojo y negro y dorado en cierne. El sueño sin Anáhuac me cuenta hasta mi muerte. And that is Graviela Mistral.
All right. Damn, awesome. Yeah. When you
Nobel
read that,
Prize winner from Chile.
Oh yeah. Damn. That
1942.
When you read that, your artwork behind you just came alive as well.
Oh, did
Worked
it?
out so well. Yeah. I see it. Awesome, man.
You can catch me on Gashes 2019 on Instagram.
All right, man. Awesome. And YouTube and all that as well. No, I was joking about the moving background. It radiated with the piece pretty much.
Thank you.
It's such a beautiful piece. I think I don't have my green screen. I was gonna throw it on too. Awesome, man. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you.
And then I know your internet always cuts out, but it's like sometimes it works like a dramatic pause. Just like, oh, where's he going with this? Okay, we got a couple more peeps, and we're gonna go East Coast. We're gonna go to Jersey. We have, here comes the cheese. It's about to get cheesy in here, guys. Let's you already know. Let's hear from Paul con queso. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Yo, Nico, man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here tonight, amongst great fucking company. I want to plug my mic this Thursday night, the larger than life boy band craze on Fincabulary. Check the Eventbrite. Also excited about Magic Mike what is that, on the 15th? Yeah, on the 15th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check your other time zones. That's going to be lit. So the piece I'm reading tonight is kind of a primer for that. Reading some sensual erotic type shit, because I'm getting in that mood. But yeah, before that, Storm Gods in the building. Men Who Heal. Storm Force. Yeah. All right, so let's get started. I literally just wrote this piece between the Nuyo and being in BWOMS, so we'll see how this goes. It's called It's Mine to Snatch. How you so near, but so far? It's so fucking bizarre how this distance be like a mere mirage, spectral facade, limiting our prisming of bodies into pyramids stacked in Sahara of Africa, ancient architecture of source of all life, double-fisted structures stacked high. And if I had my way, I would splay you on sofa and before you go dormir, like late night trips down Bloomfield Ave, midnight snack, the chocha. Come up to my house, drink with my friends. You can lay on my couch, aching to start all over again. Going back to your room. Wait a minute, it's my room. Throwing up on my bed. Is it something I said? And you said you are unconsolable. Uncontrollable. Like waves running through sand, cresting hands, so full of curly hair, handlebar held in. Fluffy Bad Bunny as I grab at rabbit in hat magic tricks. We get down and reproduce like rabbits do. And no, I don't fuck with lettuce or cucumbers. Both of them shits are just literal water in vegetable form, but I will make you wet. Hit that pit, snatch that peach, come through, no teeth, all tongue, working my way through the core, juicing juice as it drips down cheek each, microfiber sheet and fuzzy pillow which tickles eyes below. We know what's gonna happen when that barrier gets broken. Have you saying noted, wake you from slumber like, bitch, I'm back in my coma, waking up on your sofa when I park my Range Rover, slightly scratch your Corolla. Okay, I smashed your Corolla. I'm hanging on a hangover. 5 years we've been over. Ask me why I came over. One more hit and I can own ya. One more fucking I can own ya. One cold night in October. Pussy had me floating. Feel like Deepak Chopra. Pussy had me dead. Michael Tupac over. Yeezy's all on your sofa. These them red Octobers. Still ain't mailing me no manners. You let me when I ain't sober. Even when I'm hungover. Even when I wrote Doja. On that titty boy, I mean 2 Chainz. Pussy too wet for me to fuck you on the sectional. Have to break it in sessions. Ooh, might pull a Rick James and say fuck my couch right before we fuck on couch, which ain't got no bed within. So just like me, it won't pull out. We'll go down south. Because it's stormy season and this is where hurricanes and monsoons brew. I'm inclined to pull up on this recliner, slide inside you, remind you who will lick this plate clean like fine china, vagina, even eat it from behind. Yeah, but no human centipede, how I tend to needs from breakfast in bed to amaretto sweet, sour as thou art, like it when you ask me how hard, as if that was a question. Ask me how much when I say te extraño, but we all know Maximo. And when I say that statement, you ask me to back it up. Girl, you looks good. Won't you back that ass up? You's a fine motherfucker. Won't you back that ass up? Call me Big Daddy when you back that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Back that ass up. I can fucking write, yeah, all night, yeah. Want to bring you to my house, yeah, on the couch, yeah. Knock the pussy out, yeah. Get him out, yeah. I want to see the hoes, yeah. Been a low, yeah. Let me run the hoe, yeah. Let me know, yeah. So fuck it as we run it back like running backs or spider webbed upside down. I will Spider-Man kiss them lips, invert the drip upwards like gravity, defying ceiling climbing, erogenous and flesh like mine on yours, yours on mine. And we are all highly aware of this dinner etiquette that 69 is the only reciprocal dinner buffet. Make it blue flame. Make you girls love Beyonce and say my name, like young Drake, no shame. Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything. Other hoes ain't never on it. I want this forever, so I can spend whatever on. Cause she hold me down every time I hit her up. When I get right, I promise that we gon' live it up. She made me beg for it till she give it up. And I say the same thing every single time. I say you the fucking best. You the fucking best. You the fucking best. You the fucking best. You the best I ever had. Messiah the head, Messiah the head. And what I can't fathom is how these lines can divide, but I don't see any space between when space is merely a projection of the remnants of a timeline that existed before our bodies ever closed the space and time between our divine meeting in holy convergence, beating back the earth when we take it from this couch to the heavens, which have always belonged to these vessels of all this flesh. We make ours in joining when our eyes and auras finally connect.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Sick, man.
guy. Yo.
Ready.
Oh, wow.
Damn it.
Men who heal indeed.
Straight up, men who heal
Men
indeed,
who
yeah.
harmonize.
Men who harmonize.
Yeah.
Men who harmonize.
So that was a plug for
Yeah.
Magic Mike and the boy band Mike, I guess.
Mhm.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you for letting me kick it here, Richie. I love all of y'all.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks. And of course, if people want to follow you online, you got the Instagram, Paul Conquesto, and what else? What else you got, man?
I actually have the deadline is coming up for I Can't Breathe Volume 2, which is a social justice literary magazine. So August 8th, 8/8. If you want, you can follow me at Paul Conquesto, or you can email to litmag@bloomfield.edu if you have any pieces, artwork, music. It doesn't just have to be poetry. It could be, prose, any form of, literary analysis, scholarly article, whatever the fuck it is, music, art, graphic art. Send all your social justice work, please. And appreciate y'all.
Right on. Thank you, man. Thank you, Paul. Awesome. Excited about that stuff, man. And you just wrote that. Damn. All right. Yo, actually, you mentioned storm gods. Guess who we have up next? We got Elemental, and he always comes through with that. Yo, welcome back to the stage, man. Glad we could sneak you in as well. And after that, we got Lacan, Smee Killer. What's up, Elemental?
What's up, Richie? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good to see you. I like your background. Hold on, is Darth Vader holding?
It's kind of like the selfie, you know what I mean? Like I'm taking the selfie or Vader's taking the selfie, you know what I mean? Now I appreciate you, man, for holding space for everybody that ripped before and after me. I truly appreciate your energy. I hate to hear that your energy is low, Richie. But hey, you know what? Sometimes the best cure for that is right here. Just enjoying creative energy, This is really, really brand new. This is what I wrote for New Yo tonight. So this is my favorite word. It started with a passion for everything under my tongue that no one cared to listen to, the premonition hiding in soft bones with a level of sensitivity unknown in chaotic households where shadows were colder than ice sculptures. Where do you find flame? When name equals ember, in skies with no heat, hearts with no beat, chest cavity graveyard, lay waste to any attempt at broadcasting more than complaints about restraints that look more like street signs than belts and switches. Grandmama and them tune that ass up to get some act right. Children should be seen, not heard, unless daily word begins with verses of entitlement dialed into work, fingers to bone. Got to get ready when God calls, when God calls, when God comes calling. Time for running is done. Ring bell, stick fork, roll credits and Bible papers to layer knowledge and inhale the word faith. Size of mustard seed pulled from Eden. We've been bathing in this radiation since it's been called sun. We won. Some chose to make 3 of 5. How slithery slick the tongue of charlatan with murder on mind and greed and wallet, playing with souls. Shang Tsung glamour, stopping mortals in tracks. No combat necessary. Hidden quietly. Leave it to beavers to damn everything that jingles like keys except dope, because keys of coke sound like airplane propellers under FAA radars, unmarked cars, wiretaps, set rat traps and caught bulls. No Jordan, no Scotty, no Phil, just New Deal. Reconstruction, adjust foundation, cadence, make way for blatant loopholes to keep throats closed. Careful not to expose noose. Truth. Truth. These roots make me Zeus. Use lightning and lightning. Words shine like brightlings in darkest nights, suffocating in plain sight. Use satellite to keep glow at just right hooks for pristine images, for protection against forces of evil that will good people into deathbeds long before the clock strikes flatline. In a dead pool of machines and beeps that keep you holding on to screams for better days, convey gruesome truth from Zoom room or beneath boots. We Jedi stormtroopers, no clones. This is the Force. No metachlorian count. Right back to the same old future. DeLorean burnouts keep seeing larger turnouts for political rallies, but only 1% dare to show their faces when races mean more than bureaucratic seeding, feeding the beast that's keeping us all hungry. Seems to eat money and family, shit tragedies, and hand down goodwills. Praise St. Vincent de Paul for all the ways you made when grains of deceit were sown to reap this nightmare, calling you every brimstone breathing poster child, pedophile, infantile intellect when it comes to mutual respect. With all disrespect for the flame, faith, hidden reconstruction, protection, and force, they've all made me my favorite word: dangerous.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Damn it.
Oh,
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Elemental.
Yo, just how?
That
You
I
should
love
buy his
that
book.
Not human. Not human.
You should buy his book. I'm just gonna say that. Buy his
Yes,
book.
post the link, man. Post
Buy
the
a
link.
couple copies.
Buy all the copies.
Sell them out. Buy them out. Give them away in the schools. I love that take on the prompt. Because you built up to it. That was awesome, man. All the wordplay. The playfulness of language, and it was great, man. What else? What else you got coming up pretty soon? I know your name has been dropped a couple times for this event that's coming up. What else, man?
Just the main thing is this guy right here, man. Plug into elemental.com is where you can get that. As they mentioned, Magic Mike is coming, man. It's such an incredible lineup. Even if you know all the people, you're probably not ready for what's gonna happen, really. But the most beautiful thing about that is we're doing it for a beautiful cause. And that's why I'm gonna bring all of it, because I love being able to help people. They don't know me, I don't know them, you know what I mean? But we're doing it for the best cause in the world, man. And I'm totally with it. So plug into Magic Mike, elemental.com. Men Who Heal, straight up. If you need it, man, please come through. It's just a lot of other things coming through, man. But definitely the boy band jump. That's gonna be fun. Believe me, plug into that. Plug in. But I appreciate y'all, all y'all, truly.
Awesome. Thanks, man. And I recently saw your also, like, I don't know what it is. The reason why I spotlight you guys, if I don't, like, I'll ask you guys something and then it'll come back to me and I just feel awkward. Like, what do I do? Get me off the screen. Anyway, yeah, Elemental, I saw you did you posted a video as a collab, TikTok collab with that beat maker. That was a really cool post, man. I was really digging the flow that you had on that. And of course we did it right now. So I still need to buy your book, man. Put that link there so I can get on there. Let's see. Sweet. Yes, lots of events to hit up this week. I'm really excited about that. Let's keep going. We're gonna actually it's been a while since he's been on, so I'm always excited when he can, because I know he's very busy. Joining us from the Philippines, we got Lacan. Lacan is back. What is up, man? It's been a good minute. Hey, man.
Good morning. Oh, sorry. It's good afternoon already. It's 12:43 p.m. in the Philippines. Magandang tanghali or good noon to everyone. We actually have a Filipino term for that, a greeting. It's great to be back here because I feel very, very safe here at BWOMS. So thank you so much, Richie, and thank you for all to all the artists, the poets who had shared tonight, and the people who are watching. So Yes, so I'm lined up with Paul Conqueso, Elemental, and this huge lineup of powerful like poets on the 15th for Magic Mike. It is for the benefit of victims and survivors of violence and trauma in the Philippines by Butterfly Project. So all proceeds will go to help these women. So please support it. So, all right. I was supposed to share something that I just wrote. And guess what? I just deleted it. ah, you know, anyway, and I think the huge part there is that it's for a manuscript that is already going to be published later this year. So my publisher will kill me for that. But, you know, it happens. So I'm just going to do another piece I wrote last week. It's called The Gal-er Wrist. Embered walls are reminders, my head looking good in them. Flat pasted like art, installation, cast carefully by hands that loves pain more than my skin. Assault is passion, sacrificing burgundy, spat, splattered, splashed like a pus opus. The artist, 34, married to hanging off springs of paintings, kagi, surfaces, marks, amnesia. Too many hits clogged the brushed memory with fist strokes, hissed, pirouettes. In swiveled pantone, juxtaposed a pose, lined in scars, bound, unpound colored, static, but breathing, curated, sedated, encircled obscura, a masterpiece, unfinished. Maraming salamat, thank you. That is for everyone who had been hit, had been in abuse, a parental abuse. So, yeah. My second piece, some of the people have it's becoming kind of my signature piece because I love it to begin with. But it's a very trigger warning, rape. The title is labeled. Waking up would never be the same. Being drugged never felt this hollow. My died body, stitched to another, I just met a few hours ago. Numbed was something I felt. I couldn't see much, but forgetfulness remembers how he unbuttoned my breath with his fist, clenched, flicking the threads of how to be dishumaned. I did mumble if I could keep even the holes that made me breathe. I couldn't. He even unzipped the broken parts that made me less humane. What is less than that? Pretending doesn't work. I can't trick my senses tonight. I wanted to lie. Being undressed can liberate my skin from his whiskey breath. I knew I was drunk. Not enough to blank a memory of how the moon is a coward. Stars are traitors. Really, I wanted help. The sky hid them like an accomplice. Time was an ally, a bystander that stripped longer than it should. Coming itself drenched like his shirt, striped beside my cheek, that forgot how my mother kisses it. Still are my weak eyes, ironed to a pillow. His eye was in my pillow. It knew exactly how to blink away the whole parts of me. They're gone. I'd never see them again. He knew how to pin me lower than the bed. I felt that. His hunger. Releasing, knuckle on knuckle, lips on lobe, laughter on prayer, over and over and over again. I thought it was over again. Another. There are others. 4 a.m. was my redemption. Exhaustion. I wore it like a half-sleeve traitor or savior. I'm a believer. God knows patience, Being more than naked after death wasn't enough. My folded body limboed in sheets till morning. They clothed me. How they ripped me, unaware. Consent isn't a brand. They branded me, sliding me into a tailored fit and psalm, sewn with a marked fabric, tainted silver, without lines on it. It blends rape. They wrapped it without names and left it on a dawned sidewalk. Some say it looks good on me. I'm still wearing it 4 years later. Maraming salamat. Thank you. That piece is for June 10, 2017, when I was gang raped by 4 men. And this goes to everyone who has experienced that. And let us not have our silence be their weapon to continue. So be brave and stay lit. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Wow, hey man, thanks for sharing that and what you said right there. Don't let the silence be a weapon. That says everything, man. So thank you, Lacan.
Mahal kita, Lakan.
Yeah,
Love you, Lakan.
love you, man.
Love you, Lakan.
Love you.
All the hearts, and I know you were mentioning what else you have going on, man, or like your promos and your website and all that.
Like when I share that piece, I forget everything else.
That's understandable. Yeah.
I please support Poetry Global Network. We're a group of 17 poets from all around the world we're creating an alternative community where poets can just express and discover who we are. We have shows that fills the gaps in the poetry scene. And the Poets Lighthouse, of course, by Finn Bell. It's every Sundays at 3 p.m. London. The Poetry Acts, where for the first time the poets take the stage and they comment on poems on YouTube. So which is like awesome. I love them. For Marisa, Kemlin, Mark Fishbein, and Lawin Boletao. Then of course we have the Poetry Times, which is the world's first news broadcast of poetry. News. So which is by Martin Gray from UK, Eddie from Lebanon, Beirut, and Squigs from Winnipeg and Canada. And also we have Bottoms Up, and of course hosted by Domo. And of course coming up very, 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 very soon is PoetCon for When We Heal, We Rise. So check out the Poetry Global Network on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And yeah, thank you. Maraming salamat, and I love you guys. Thank you so much, Richie.
Oh man, glad you can make it on, and props for all that. Like again, all these peeps getting stuff done. That's amazing to hear. You guys are all so inspiring. It's great. It's great to have these networks, the global network. Oh, everyone's throwing down all the info in the chat. I love it. Okay, sweet. So we have one more. Yeah, we have one more performer tonight, and you guys already know, he just recently bought a trombone and he's going to play a 20-minute trombone solo. No, okay, no, he's not. He's got some stuff he wants to read and he wants to share. It's Dan the Man. Dan the Man in the house. What's up, man?
Click.
Click. You're gonna straight up read from the rhyming dictionary?
I was just trying to get a picture, see if I can screenshot this. But yeah, what I gotta say, I know, lots been going on all around town. But I'll never forget our hometown tomorrow, 2 years. I'll never forget. And I know that I'm going to be sharing my scenes of my poetry slam for the last Thursday, dedicating to tomorrow's 2-year anniversary. And it would be best, I like to share this one since we're in the mid, since we just entered the 8th month of the year. And it will be August, A Child's Calendar by, once again, John Updike. Okay, here we go. August, the sprinkler twirls, the summer wanes, the pavement wears popsicle stains, the trees are bored when being green, and some people leave the local scene. The playground grass is worn to dust. I'm sorry. The weary swings, the creak with rust, and go to the seaside bungalows and take off nearly all their clothes. End quote. Yeah, I think it's referencing the beach. Yeah. Okay. Yep. A Child's Calendar by John Updike. Yeah. Well, I know it's been 2 years now. Still, we don't know if El Paso is still living in fear, but I don't think so, because the fear is no longer near. Almost. Well, it's not because of the tragedy. That's because we're still living in fear because we're hoping we're hoping to put an end to COVID-19 once and for all, but the Delta variant is still plaguing us. Well, I have no idea how many of you have I lost, but there was this 2 couple I've known. Well, no, I'm sorry, that I thought I've known. It turns out someone else I know knew the couple, and my dear friend Jennifer Hahn, she and her family knew the couple. They've been like friends of the family, but then tomorrow, 2 years ago, we will never forget that tragedy. Jen lost their friends. Luckily, the little boy survived. Well, thank goodness. But I pray the boy will always remember her parents. To the couple, I have no idea if I met them or if I've, because I'm having trouble remembering that because I was there at Jen's baby shower more than 2 years ago on March of 2019. But I can't remember if I talked to them or not. But well, I'm very sad, but God rest their souls, including the rest of the 23. And but we want to remember the 23, so always our thoughts and prayers are with them and those who were impacted by the tragedy 2 years ago. But just like I said, right here, El Paso, strong. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, here it is. Read it and weep it. All right. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Find Dandamans Weekly on Facebook, and don't forget to hashtag Dandamans Weekly. Find it on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. You'll get all the updates. Okay, guess that is it. Thank you very much. Y'all have a pleasant evening, and don't forget tomorrow, the 2-year anniversary of this tragedy that we will never forget. Pray for always El Paso strong. Thank you. Have a wonderful, pleasant evening. Back to you, Richie. Thank you.
All right. Cool. Thank you, Dan.
Welcome.
Yeah, that was a tragedy event 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when this person, decided to take things into his own hands and shoot up a Walmart here, and there's been a lot of reflection since then, but there's a lot of healing to be done. A lot of it has been. Just continue on. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this Monday. As always, shout out to everyone who performed, who read, who put something on the line. Lots of great collaborations, as always. Open mics, podcasts worth checking out and supporting. Quite a few people have books out that they promoted. As always, if you have a little extra, help out, and if you can't, there are other ways you can support. You can go like and subscribe pages. You can share things with your networks. Doesn't cost anything to do that, and it always helps. You never know, you might help someone reach a new audience, a new listener. So once again, we're the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series based out of El Paso, Texas. But of course, since this is online, we've been able to jam and hang out with people from all over the world tonight, and that's one of the beautiful, magical things of this. Sometimes it's easy to be cynical about technology and where it leads us, and sometimes we have to celebrate the silver linings. Shout out for this week. We'll be back next week as always. If you guys want to sign up, tune in, follow us online, Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. As tradition, we are going to hang out for a little bit after on the Zoom call, whoever wants to. Just informal discussion. Sometimes it gets pretty crazy, gets wild. It's, whatever. Sometimes we're all really tired. But for the live stream, I'm going to go ahead and end it. And I want to thank everyone who checked out the video. We'll